Good evening, you're watching the news on Croatian television. As of today, 10 government-approved banks have begun accepting applications for state-subsidized housing loans. The interest on these loans has been capped at 3.75%. Government has set aside €2.2 million for the program. Applications are being processed on a first-come, first-served basis.
We have a situation today that young, mostly highly educated experts are leaving Croatia. There is also the global tendency for young people in Croatia to first resolve their housing status before starting a family. For these reasons, this kind of measure is a big help to young Croatians.
President Kolinda GrabarKitarovic has moved her office to the Ličko County for the next 4 days. This is the 9th time during her mandate that the president has moved her office from Zagreb in a bid to better understand the needs of citizens. As the move coincided with the first day of school, the president visited a primary school in Gospić today. She touched on the importance of education reform in revitalizing rural parts of the country.
Education reform is important in creating self-aware young people, because these reports that unemployment is falling is simply a case of looking at the wrong numbers. It is the result of the fact that people are leaving rural settings for urban ones, and then even worse, somewhere else, to some other country.
Joining the president in Gospić was Education Minister Blaženka Divjak.
We come with the message that we must, all of us together, assume responsibility and build schools for life. I call on you to participate in this big education reform project. Not only those who are part of the project in various capacities, but that parents also get involved, and the students themselves. And in this way, we create the foundations for change.
Education sector unions today drew attention to the lagging status of teachers. Union leader Branimir Mihaljinec said that working conditions, work hours, and wages were well below that of their colleagues in the European Union and other Western countries. For 3 years now, the Croatian education system has been treading water instead of making forward progress. What is unacceptable is that the government has prepared amendments to legislation to be adopted at the end of the calendar year, and not ahead of the school year so that they can be applied on time. The opposition SDP criticized the delay in the implementation of curricular reforms today. They took specific aim at their longtime coalition partners, the HNS, and HNS Education Minister Blaženka Divjak, especially after reports that Prime Minister Andrej Plenković will head the Commission for the implementation of the education strategy. The HNS first wanted to remove the Prime Minister, and in the end, the Prime Minister appointed himself the head of the project. Given all of his other obligations as Prime Minister, it is questionable whether or not he will have the time to implement education reforms. The minister intends to implement a pilot project for the curricular reforms. The question, however, is does she have the support of the Prime Minister and the current head of the Special Expert Commission for Education Reform, Dijana Vican, and can she make autonomous decisions within her purview? The CEO of the Hungarian oil group MOL, Zsolt Hernady, has filed a suit against Croatia with the European Court of Human Rights. In the suit, Hernady claims that Croatia issued an illegal warrant for his arrest in 2013. Croatia suspects Hernady of giving former Croatian Prime Minister Ivo Sanader a €10 million bribe in return for securing MOL management rights in the Croatian INA oil and gas company. In other news, government has adopted a decision on additionally compensating firefighters for their efforts in combating a record number of wildfires on the Croatian coast this summer. It has been decided that some €1 million will be set aside from budgetary reserves, which will be allocated to the Croatian Firefighting Association, which will then decide on how the money will be further distributed. The 5th Festival of International Literature opened in Zagreb and Split today. This year's festival features 52 authors from 17 countries. The program also includes numerous exhibits, music, and films. From the outset, it was very important to us that on the one hand we put domestic and foreign authors in touch with each other, something I think we have achieved, and on the other hand that we inspire readers to enter the world of literature. Taking a quick look at sports, at Eurobasket 2017, Croatia beat Montenegro 76-72 in Group C action today. After 3 rounds of play, Croatia has 3 wins. They play Spain next tomorrow. Opening tip-off is at 5:45 local time. I'm definitely a little happier with the way we played today. However, this game also had its moments. When we open a game that strong, we have to be able to wrap things up a little easier. Moving to football, after beating Kosovo 1-0 in a World Cup qualifier on Sunday, the Croatian national team departed for Eskişehir this morning, where they will play Turkey on Tuesday. Coach Ante Čačić will be without star midfielder Ivan Rakitic due to injury. Going into the game, Croatia is first in Group I with 16 points. Opening kickoff is at 8:45 local time. Objectively speaking, we have a quality team, and there is no lack in terms of motivation. However important this game is for them, it is just as important for us, because every point is a step closer to Russia. And now the forecast for tomorrow. Variable cloud cover with intermittent showers, starting on the northern Adriatic in the morning and then moving to the rest of the country in the afternoon. The interior will see morning fog as well. The coast will see a mild to moderate northeasterly in the morning, shifting to a moderate northwesterly in Dalmatia in the afternoon and a mild southwesterly on the northern Adriatic. Morning lows of 6 to 11 degrees Celsius inland, 14 to 19 on the coast will give way to highs of 22 to 27 degrees, 19 to 21 in mountainous regions. The 3-day forecast for the interior calls for partly sunny skies on Wednesday. The rest of the week will see variable weather with intermittent rain. Heavier showers are expected in western reaches of the interior from Thursday into Friday, when temperatures will dip significantly. The coast will see sunny and dry weather on Wednesday, although there is a chance of the odd shower on the Istrian Peninsula. Thursday will see heavier cloud cover with rain and thunderstorms on the northern and central Adriatic. This variable weather will spread to the rest of Dalmatia on Friday. And that wraps up the news. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night.